Good morning, dear students. How are you? Hope so you are fine, better at your home. I am a science teacher from LPM Public School, Gola Bazaar, Gorakhpur. Student, as you know, the chapter is in process, chapter number 4, heat. Hope so you have seen the video which I have previously sent to you. Dear student, in this pandemic situation, this is the only way method to keep all of you in touch with teaching. So you please cooperate with the teachers and give time by watching the videos carefully, listening, and whatever the task given by the teachers must be done. Okay. Hope so. Again, every conditions, every environment, everything will be better, and we will again meet and proceed our physical class. But till then, be safe at your home. Listen the video carefully what the teacher provides you, and please do whatever the task given by the teachers. So, student, as you know, our chapter 4, that is the heat, was under process, and our last topic was conduction, convection, and radiation. So, in my last video, I have explained the 3 different modes of heat transfer. In which I will explain you about the conduction, that is, it occurs in a solid object. Conduction, there is no any movement of the particles inside that solid object, just the heat passes from one particles to other, and like this way, from one corner of that object to the other corner, the heat has transferred from the hotter part to the colder part. The heat has transferred without moving of any internal particles or molecules. This is the conduction method. In convection method, I have explained that there is the movement of the molecules. It most probably happens in the liquid case. Very liquid water or milk is boiled. The molecules at the bottom of the vessel gets heated and becomes lighter, and they rises up, and the next molecule and the lower molecules gets heated, it rises up and comes here, and the next molecules to it comes down. Okay, the here molecules comes down, when it gets heated again it rises up, and the third molecules comes down, and this gets heated and again rises. Like this way you can see the molecules in this condition moves after getting heated. They moves one by one and pushes the cooler molecules at the bottom level to be get heated. Like this way, slowly one and every molecules gets heated by doing the movement process, and a time comes that all the liquid has become hot. This method is called the convection method of heat transfer. But in case of a student, in case of radiation, what happens? Is there any requirement of molecules or particles in the transfer of heat in radiation case? I have already explained you in the previous class. If you have listened the video carefully, then you would have answered my question that no, there is no requirement of any medium particles or molecules in the transfer of heat by the method of radiation. So these three are the different methods, different modes of heat transfer. Now I'm just going to just give the difference of these three. In this, particles remain at its place. It doesn't moves. In this case, particles, or you can say molecules, do movement to transfer heat. In this case, no any particles or molecules is required here. This is the first difference. Then in the second difference, medium is necessary. Here also medium is necessary, but in here no any medium is required. This is the second one. And the third one, it takes place in solid object. It takes place in liquid object, and here it doesn't requires any object in vacuum. It could take place. So here students, I have just given the differences between the conduction, convection and radiation. Conduction, there is requirement of particles here, but those particles doesn't move. It just remains at its place, and just what move is the temperature, just passes the temperature to its side molecules, and the side molecules pass the temperature to its next molecules, and that next molecules transfers heat to the next molecules. The particles doesn't move, just only heat transfer from one molecule to other. This is called the conduction method, which happens in solid case. In liquid case, here the particles moves, particles gets heated, rise up, and the next to the molecules comes down, that heated up, that second rise up, and the next molecules come down, that second then rise up. So slowly one by one the molecules gets heated and rise up. Here there is a movement of molecules, and while moving one by one, the molecules come closer to the heat and it gets heated. But in case of radiation, there is no any particles or any molecules required. Here there is a requirement of medium to pass the heat. In case of convection also there is a requirement of medium to pass the heat. But in case of radiation there is no requirement of any medium. It takes place in vacuum. It takes place in solid. Here it takes place in liquid. And here it doesn't require any solid or liquid object. It can take place in vacuum. Now student, further I am going to give you a practical explanations of this conduction, convection and radiation by a thermoflask jar. Student, thermoflask jar is such jar. If you keep hot object in it, it remains hot for a longer time, and if you will keep cool object in it, it remains cool for a long time. Here both the processes occurs, the conduction, both three processes occurs, the conduction, convection and radiation. Actually student, this thermoflask jar is a double layered jar. It is a double layered jar. The place here is totally vacuum. That means all the air has, during the preparation of this jar, all the air between these layers has been pumped out, and this place is made totally vacuum. There is no any single molecule of air is present inside this flask. That means it is totally, the inner space is totally vacuum. Student, do you know why it has kept vacuum? So that to remove the molecules of air, that there might not be transfer of any heat, because if there would be the air molecules, the heat from outside has heated the molecules. If suppose in this layer the air will be there, the heat will go and the molecules will get heated. Inside there is a liquid, whatever, tea, coffee, milk, whatever kept. When the molecules will get heated, that molecules will transfer the heat, and slowly the heat will enter this liquid, and this cool liquid will get heated. Okay. Or suppose that inside there is a cool liquid, hot liquid. So this hot liquid, when comes in this molecules, air molecules, the air molecules start passing the heat to outside. So air molecules might arise the possibilities throwing out the heat from either inside kept object or taking heat from outside. If there would be molecules, air molecules present in between these two layers, then that's why during preparing this glass thermoflask jar, the air has been pumped out to make the space vacuum, that there might be no any possibilities of transferring of heat from outside to inside of the jar and from inside to outside by the method of either conduction or by convection. So next, this cap is a totally insulator, and the cap here totally behaves as a insulator, so that, and one more thing is that both the jar has done silvery coating. Both the two inner layer of the jar is done silver coating. Okay, what is the reason behind that? I am just explaining. If this are the layer and silver coating has been done here and silver coating has been done here. So what is the benefit of this silver coating? There might be the chances of going of heat from outside to inside and from inside to outside, because both the two conditions has been stopped due to making it vacuum. What are those both conditions? The convection and the conduction method. There is no any chances, there is no any possibilities of transferring of heat from outside to inside and from inside to outside, because between these two layers it is totally vacuum. And the next is that the third chance is still remaining, that is the radiation, because radiation could take place in vacuum also. So also to remove that possibilities also, the jar from inside both the layer has been silver coated, because if the heat coming falling on this flask, the silver coating will reflect it back, as well as from inside. If the heat is trying to come out, as it will fall on this silvery coating, it will reflect back. As it will try to come, it will reflect back. Means the outer heat will remain outside, it can't go inside, and the inner object will remain cool. Or if the inner object is any hot object is here, inner object will remain hot, because this silver coating layer, when the heat falls on this silvery coating, it gets reflected back inside. So the inner object heat will remain inside and the outer remain outside. Means this reflecting silvery coating surface reflects the solar radiation or heat radiations, and all the possibilities has been neutralized in this thermoflask. The conduction, the convection and the radiation method, all the method has been neutralized, so that there might not be any possibilities, any chances of, if cold water is kept here, there might not be any possibilities of heating this cold water by taking the method of conduction, convection or radiation. If hot water is here inside, there is no any possibilities of heat transfer from inside to outside, either by conduction, convection, because vacuum is needed, so conduction, convection possibilities has been totally destroyed, and because of silvery coating, the inner heat can't come out. So all the possibilities of transferring of heat from either from outside to inside or from inside to outside is neutralized. That's why the thermal flask, if you keep hot water inside, it remains hot for a longer time. If you will keep cool water inside, it will remain cool for a longer time. So in this thermal flask, all the possibilities has been removed, and this is a better examples of prevention by convection, conduction and radiation heat. Okay student, so I have completed the chapter today. This was the last topic of this chapter, heat. Hope so you have enjoyed it, understood it. Just whatever the instruction given by the teachers from here, whatever the work, you must do it carefully. Okay student, thank you, have a nice day.